The deadliest accident in the history of aviation occurred between two massive jumbo jets that were firmly on the ground. On March 26, 1977, Pan Am Flight 1736 and KLM Flight 4805, both heavily loaded Boeing 747s, were cruising toward the sunny Canary Island of Las Palmas, but they never made it to their intended destination. A local separatist group detonated a bomb at the Las Palmas airport, forcing authorities to immediately shut the facility down and divert all incoming air traffic. The flights were redirected to Los Rodeos Airport on the neighboring island of Tenerife. This airport sits 2,000 feet above sea level, carved into a mountainous region where ocean moisture frequently slams into the rock and condenses into sudden, blinding fog. Beyond the unpredictable weather, Los Rodeos was a tiny regional facility. It possessed exactly one runway, one parallel taxiway, and completely lacked ground tracking radar. Dozens of diverted commercial flights, including the world's largest and most advanced passenger jets, were suddenly trapped in an infrastructural vacuum entirely unequipped to handle them safely. Several hours later, Las Palmas finally reopened. Eager to make up for lost time, the KLM captain decided to fully refuel his aircraft right there in Tenerife. This decision inadvertently trapped the Pan Am flight directly behind him on the tarmac. Because of the massive wingspan of the 747, the KLM jet physically blocked the only access route to the main taxiway. To get the massive planes out of the airport, air traffic control ordered a risky workaround. With the normal taxiway blocked, both 747s were told to drive directly down the active runway. KLM was instructed to drive to the extreme eastern edge of the tarmac and execute a heavy 180-degree turn to get into takeoff position. Pan Am was told to follow KLM down that same runway, but to veer off halfway down at an exit labeled C3 to clear the path for KLM's departure. As the two giants navigated the tarmac, a dense mountain fog rapidly rolled over the airport. Within minutes, visibility dropped to just 300 meters, leaving the controllers completely blind to the runway. With the environment obscuring their vision and no radar to track the massive planes, the safety of hundreds of passengers now relied entirely on flawless human communication over the radio. Disoriented by the heavy fog and the lack of visible signage on the tarmac, the Pan Am crew missed the awkwardly angled exit and continued rolling down the active runway. At the far end, the KLM captain was growing impatient. With the weather deteriorating, he pushed his thrust levers forward before receiving explicit clearance, radioing the tower, "We are at takeoff." The control tower immediately replied, "Stand by for takeoff." At that exact moment, the Pan Am crew heard KLM revving its engines and frantically radioed, "We are still down the runway." But the two planes broadcast their warnings at the exact same millisecond. In a phenomenon known as simultaneous transmission, the overlapping radio frequencies merged and canceled each other out. Those two life-saving messages were reduced to a brief squeal of static. Hearing no objection, the fully fueled KLM jet accelerated blindly through the fog, reaching takeoff speed before tearing directly into the Pan Am aircraft. The ensuing collision destroyed both aircraft in seconds. A split-second technological quirk had silenced the truth right when it was needed most. 583 people died in the impact and the subsequent inferno. Only 61 passengers from the Pan Am flight managed to escape the wreckage. Investigators heavily scrutinized the KLM captain for initiating his takeoff roll without proper clearance. But the wider aviation community realized that this was a systemic failure, a chain of minor logistical and environmental errors aligning perfectly into a catastrophe. To ensure this specific sequence of events could never happen again, regulators strictly banned the word takeoff from all radio communication unless a controller is actively granting clearance or a pilot is acknowledging it. Ground tracking radar, which would have allowed the tower to see exactly where both planes were in the fog, was made a mandatory requirement at all commercial airports worldwide, regardless of their size or traffic volume. Runways globally were redesigned with standardized, highly reflective signage and clear holding points to eliminate the kind of navigational confusion Pan Am experienced in the fog. Modern flying is safe today, precisely because the Tenerife disaster forced the industry to learn to break the chain of errors before they align.